morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside GCU Softball Stadium. I'm Dominic Hinton, joined alongside Jack O'Hara, and it is a beautiful Valentine's Day here in the Valley of the Sun. We're here to bring you today's Sunday softball matchup between your Grand Canyon University Antelopes and the visiting Wildcats of Weber State. This game is going to conclude this weekend's GCU Kickoff Classic Tournament as the Lopes look to finish out this weekend of play and the start of their season with a 3-3 record after unfortunately falling opening night to Utah last night against number 10 Oregon, but splitting a pair of games with Montana and beating Weber State this afternoon. So Jack, as we come to the conclusion of this weekend, let's talk about some things that we've seen this weekend, some good, some bad. You were on the call last night for Oregon. How was that?
Oregon, obviously the number 10 ranked team in the nation, Dom, ran roughshod this weekend, winning 5 games in this GCU kickoff tournament, and 4 of those coming in the form of a mercy rule victory, 2 against Montana, of course 2 against Weber State, but GCU forming the only sense of competition that they faced all weekend, a 5-3 victory over the Lopes last night, putting up a 3 spot in that 6th inning. The Lopes again giving them a run for their money, being the first offense to come across with a run, let alone 3 in that game against Oregon. Savannah Torville with that RBI single up the middle against Brooke Yanez. Brooke Yanez obviously going 6 1/3, striking out 10 Lopes in the process. Of course, departing after giving up the solo home run to Kaylee Dietrich in the bottom half of that 7th inning. But all in all, you got to be pleased if you're the Lopes, only losing that game by 2. Again, the number 10th ranked team in the nation, running roughshod this weekend, bouncing back after a tough loss on Friday night as well against Montana, 9-4. Come back, put up a 16 spot against the Grizzlies on Saturday.
Absolutely, and we've seen a lot of good play throughout this weekend on this early season for the GCU softball team. We talked about Oregon just now, but right before that, before the Oregon game, they took on Montana, was able to secure that victory over the Grizz. Lily Bishop stood out. She went 3 for 4, scored 2 runs, had herself an RBI. Gianna Nicoletti went 2 for 3 in that game, had a stolen base, a couple RBIs in that, and we saw Fifield have a home run in that one. We've seen some good defensive plays as well. So overall, we're getting some good looks early on from some good competition here at this GCU softball team.
You got to give credit to where credit's due as well, Don. J.C. Hambrick, the freshman right-hander, you didn't know what to expect coming into this weekend. Threw pretty well in the home opener against Utah, shutting them down in the 6th and 7th innings before things got a little unraveled in the top half of that 8th inning. A 5-run spot for Utah, but J.C. Hambrick mowing them down, especially last night. A very impressive performance against a very premier opponent in the Oregon Ducks. 7 innings of work, going the distance, 5 earned runs again. Only ran into trouble in the 4th inning, and then, of course, 3 runs in that 5th inning, as Oregon was able to jump out in front by 3 runs. But nonetheless, J.C. Hambrick, a very impressive performance, 127 total pitches in last night's affair. We'll see what the Lopes are able to do in this one, again, trying to salvage the final game of this tournament before they head on the road to Southern California here next weekend.
Yep, continuing to just fine-tune things, Jack, and get everything in order before they get moving and on the road. You mentioned J.C. Hambrick obviously having a good performance, but I love the battery of Hambrick and Dietrich. Dietrich behind the plate, obviously. Her offense came alive last night against Oregon, launching that home run. But the two of them together have been gelling really well. Dietrich said after the game that Hambrick was just a fun, hard-working teammate when she's out there every day grinding, giving it her all, and she makes her teammates want to do the same. So building off of each other has been huge for this.
And it's been very impressive to see Kaylee Dietrich behind the dish for each of these first 6 games as well for the Lopes, calling balls and strikes behind home plate for the Lopes.
So, Jack, before we get started on this game, why don't you go ahead and give us the 3 keys of the game brought to you by Sanderson Ford. Tell us what the Lopes need to do if they want to beat Weber State once more and finish this weekend with a 3-3 record.
Well, obviously, 3rd time's the charm. Dom, the Lopes looking for their 3rd win overall, their 3rd win in this kickoff tournament here over these past 3 games. Early and often, the Lopes, again, they got out in front early on Friday against the Wildcats, looking to do the same today, and limitations. You want to limit them offensively as well as get yourself out in front offensively, as it looks like Sydney Sahar on the circle today looking to do just that for the Lopes.
Absolutely, and Sydney Sahar is going to dig in. Like you said, the starting pitcher. She comes set, and the first pitch is underway. So with a game time of 11:19 here on this beautiful Sunday afternoon, we are getting things started. As Sydney Sahar first pitch delivered is a bit outside for ball one, counting out 1-0. Leading off for the Wildcats, Mia Rushton, the center fielder. Count 2-0 to Rushton. Sydney Sahar. Seen some great performances from her this weekend as that one outside. So 3 quick balls to Rushton from Sahar.
And Kaylee Dietrich just, again, wants to quickly remind her southpaw here to just calm down. 3-0 count right out off the bat here to Rushton. You don't want to put runners in motion right off the bat for these Weber State Wildcats. Again, looking to end their tournament here in Phoenix with a victory as well. After getting roughed up multiple times by Oregon as well as the Lopes. Again, an 8-2 victory here on Friday afternoon.
That one in there for ball 4. So that's going to be a lead-off walk for Mia Rushton. We're going to take a quick look at the batting order for Weber State. We've got Mia Rushton, Mikkel McHouston, Caitlin Whitting, Lauren Ho, Faith Ho, Maria Ramirez, Noelle Foster, Sarah Ann Kikahanu, Aya Harmon, and Kate Donaldson. So 1 through 9 all around. Good-looking Weber State squad who secured the 2019 Big Sky Conference Championship not too long ago. So the 0-1 pitch, that one hits the corner, going to be quick 0-2. So after a leadoff walk and 4 straight balls to Mia Rushton, we've seen a quick 0-2 by Sydney Sahar. Good to see her getting ahead in this count here early. So our quick chat with her defense as she comes set. Delivers the 0-2 pitch. That one, a good miss, but just a bit outside for a ball. So the 1-2 pitch. Sahar set, delivers. That one, hit up in the air to the left. Easily secured, a routine play there. That was Gianna Nicoletti commanding the left field.
An 11-18 start here today. Dom, should be interesting to see if the Sun, the Phoenix Sun, going to play a factor. We saw in that 16-5 win yesterday against Montana playing a huge factor early on in that game. A couple of misread balls on the infield for both the Grizzlies and the Lopes.
So with 1 out, that pitch is fouled. It's going to be Whitting up to bat for Weber State. Take a quick look at the starting defense for the Lopes. Kaylee Dietrich behind the dish. As we mentioned, Sydney Sahar in the circle. Lily Bishop at first. Jordan Pearson at second. Aguilar at short. Taloa at third. Gianna Nicoletti, we saw her make a good play not too long ago. She's going to be in left field. And center is Kaylee Fifield, excuse me. And then in right field, we've got Adrian Vizentine. As Dietrich checks first, she's going to be back in time. Let's count now 1-2 to Whitting. 1 out and a runner on first base. Sahar ahead in the count here. The 1-2 pitch. That one had a little bit of movement on it, a bit off speed, but down low for ball 2. Count now even at 2-2. Sahar comes set. The 2-2 pitch. That one swung on, fouled back.
And Whiting just missing that one. Caitlin Whiting obviously being the one blemish in that start the other day for Ryan Denhart, picking up her first win in that 8-2 victory. Whiting taking her deep, well over the center field wall for her first home run of the season. Doing a nice job working the count in this at-bat against the Lopes left-hander. Again, just trying to put the ball in play, trying to pass the baton to Lauren Ho waiting on deck.
That one ripped foul. Count remains 2-2. Ryan Denhart pitched in that game, started that game, and got the win. But Sydney Sahar got the save that day. She went 2 2/3 innings pitched, only gave up 2 hits, struck out 1. So the Wildcats got a quick look at Sydney Sahar. She's going to give them the full course meal in this one. They got just a taste of her, as that one is high for ball 3. Count now full with a runner on first base.
Already a huge pitch in this game if you're Sydney Sahar. Full count, runner on first base, 1 out. You don't want to put a runner in scoring position with Ho waiting on deck. The sophomore bat has proved to be very dangerous so far here in this tournament.
And that one popped up. Let's see if Tahoa can get it with the outstretched glove. Unable to track that one down. Good effort there. Just a bit out of reach of her glove. Daisy Tahoa getting used to seeing her every day at third base. Commanded the hot corner. And the 3-2 pitch. That one swung on and missed. Ring her up. Whiffed that one. That's a strikeout number 1 for Sydney Sahar. And we got 2 outs here at the top of the first with a runner on first base. And that's going to bring up Lauren Ho. Sophomore right-handed hitter. Had herself a decent game on Friday. She went 1 for 3. She did strike out once. Left a runner on base. This first pitch for her is in there for a strike. The 0-1 pitch from Sahar. That one skied but foul. A little bit early and in front of that one was Lauren Ho.
You see both Ho sisters hitting back-to-back in the order today. We saw Faith Ho lead things off on Friday afternoon. He moved all the way down to the 5 slot this afternoon in this Sunday matinee against Sydney Sahar. Mia Rushton hit second in that game, moving up to the leadoff spot. Of course, we saw McHuston in the 3-hole. She had a tough time at second base defensively, picking up 2 errors in that loss on Friday.
She drills that one to center. That one's going to be off the wall. Fifield has it. She's going to relay it in. Pearson's got it now. She checks both corners. Runners stay. Oh, and now we got the runner at first taken off. As they check the runner at third, she's in there safe. So after GCU makes the decision, a slow hesitation there, Ho takes off for second base, and now we got runners at second and third with 2 outs.
Well, Sydney Sahar leaves that pitch over the heart of the plate, and Lauren Ho taking advantage of it. Again, right off the right center field wall, and heads up base running by Ho as well, realizing that there wasn't anybody covering second base, as another smart play by Sahar, trying to nab the lead runner at third base for the final out. Stranding a little too far off the bag, but is able to get ahead just in time. So another double by Ho. That's her second extra base hit this weekend against Lopes pitching. Remember, she picked up a double for her only hit, going 1 for 3 against Ryan Denhart on Friday. And now her sister, Faith Ho, will look to drive in at least 2 here.
Both Ho sisters, Faith and Lauren, had a double in that game back on Friday. So that's going to bring up Faith Ho. We said, batting right behind her sister. First pitch to her is a ball. Count now 1-0. 2 outs, 2 runners on. Sahar comes set. The wind up, the pitch. And that one perfectly right there in the corner for strike number 1. Count even now at 1-1. Sahar, the pitch. That one fouled off. Count now 1-2. Let's see if Sahar can end this right here and get out of this inning with absolutely no damage done. And allow her offense to get to work. Sahar comes set. The 1-2 pitch. That one swung on, jammed her inside. So fouls that one off. So Lauren Ho standing on second base, right-handed batter. Faith Ho, left-handed batter. Two sisters, two different positions there. As that one is no good. Very close miss. Count now goes to 2-2. We got a 2-2-2. With 2 on. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Sahar, the 2-2 pitch. That one fouled. So Faith Ho trying to stay alive here in this one.
You know, Ryan Denhart was able to make quick work in each of the first 3 innings against Weber State on Friday afternoon. But the top part of this order, at least the first 5 hitters in this order for the Wildcats, really making it difficult for Sydney Sahar to get through this top half of the first inning unscathed. And first base is open with Ramirez waiting on deck. The freshman bat has yet to pick up a hit this weekend for the Wildcats, so something to think about here if you're Sydney Sahar if you fall behind.
That one up and in. Almost hit Ho. Count now full at 3-2, but you're right, Jack. Ryan Denhart able to make easy and quick work in this last game on Friday against him. Here you can see Weber State hitters have made that quick adjustment. Early on in this game, they're trying to attack, be a little bit more aggressive here. Let's see if Sydney Sahar can quiet him. The 3-2 pitch. That one skied 5 fields back. Going back, she's at the track. Her glove is up, and she made the catch against the wall. Way to track that one down was Fifield. So, no damage done whatsoever. Sydney Sahar gets out of that inning. We're going to see what the Lopes can do. Don't go anywhere. We'll bring you the bottom of the first inning right here on GCU TV.
When I think back on graduation day, it's such a special moment. Walking across the stage, hearing your name called. I think I would really regret not walking. I think being able to finish out a long college experience with an awesome moment like graduation is really special.
If I hadn't decided to walk that day, I think I'd regret not having that sense of closure and accomplishment for that huge chapter in my life.
My name's Noah and I graduated in 2015.
My name is Lauren and I graduated in 2016.
Herff Jones, by your side.
We can stand together by standing far apart.
Stay 6 feet apart from other people.
Wear your mask when you go out.
Wash your hands, often.
If you feel sick, stay home.
Be respectful of others.
The choices you make are critical.
By protecting yourself, it helps protect all of us.
Your actions can save lives.
What we do now will shape our future.
Stay safe.
And welcome back inside the GCU softball stadium. Sydney Sahar able to get things done. Able to get things done in the top of the first inning, allowing her Lopes to go to work here. Right away, we're going to see Gianna Nicoletti lead things off. She'll get things started here for the Lopes. On the mound, Mariah Ramirez, excuse me, for Weber State.
Leading up for GCU, the left fielder, number 24, Gianna
So the starting left fielder, number 24, Gianna Nicoletti, is going to lead things off for the Lopes. She digs in. We'll see Nicoletti, Fifield, and Taloa. Followed by Bishop, Dietrich, Torville, Aguilar, Byzantine, and Pearson.
And you know Nicoletti, very anxious, looking to get back in the batter's box here this afternoon, going hitless in last night's affair against the Oregon Ducks. Was picked up a hit in each of the first 4 games as she'll reach base right away, putting a runner in motion for the Lopes after getting plunked above the numbers there.
Yeah, that one hit her a little bit high. Good to see that she's okay, shaking that one off. And she's going to take first base with no outs. Good opportunity now for Fifield.
The center fielder, number 20.
You're not the start you want if you're Mariah Ramirez, as Ramirez was unfortunate in giving up 5 earned runs in only an inning and 2/3 pitched on Friday against the Ducks.
Well, the first pitch to Fifield's in there for a strike. Count now 0-1. Fifield back on Friday against the Wildcats. Went 1 for 3. That one fouled on. Count quickly now 0-2. Excuse me, back on Friday, Fifield actually went 0 for 3, but she did score a run and a walk, managing to get on base. So Fifield eager to get ahead here on this one. Fouled back, count still 0-2. Fifield, during the shortened season back in 2020, was second on the team in batting average behind Gianna Nicoletti, who's sitting on first base. She carried a .355 average as the 0-2 pitch to her is high. Count now 1-2. She did lead the team in slugging percentage with .532. So a good hitter in Fifield, a good commanding center field as well. The 1-2 pitch, that one swung on and skied in the infield. Looks like going to be caught. Easy routine catch there. We got one away. So, for the defense for Weber State, we've got Lauren Ho behind the dish. Mariah Ramirez, as we said earlier, in the circle. Houston at first. Harmon at second. Faith Ho at shortstop. Kikahuna at third. Foster out in the left. Rushton commanding center. And Whiting in right as that first pitch to Taloa is in there for a strike.
We talked about Gianna Nicoletti not picking up a hit in that matchup against the Ducks last night. Anxious to get back in the plate, as well as Daisy Taloa here, as she's had herself quite the weekend in her debut. Going 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts, though, last night against Brooke Yanez. She was just outmatched by the 2019 WAC Pitcher of the Year. Looking to get back in the hit column here this afternoon. Again, the Lopes looking to get out in front early in this one, Dom. Looking, again, for their 3rd victory heading into next weekend before they take on San Diego.
Trying to end this weekend on a good one. Is that 1-1 pitch is in there for a strike. Count now 1-2. Speedy Nicoletti at first. She nabbed a few bags in her day. That's for sure. And the 1-2 pitch to Taloa. That one swung on the ground. Shortstop's got it. She's going to roll to second, see if she can turn 2. And she does. That's a double play for the Weber State Wildcats. Faith Ho to McHouston. Good little put out for them. So they're going to tie up the Lopes as they are unable to capitalize on getting an early base runner. We got a 0-0 ball game heading into the top of the second. Don't go anywhere. We got more softball for you right here.
Joel Embiid is unhappy. Like, really unhappy.
Because the internet keeps using not-so-amazing GIFs to react to his amazing highlights. Mountain Dew presents the Joel Embiid Deserves Better Reactions GIF Collection.
Now I'm so happy.
The temperature scanning kiosk from Pacific Office Automation is an easy-to-use, attendant-free device that quickly checks a person's temperature anytime, anywhere. You can now provide peace of mind at schools and universities, grocery stores, restaurants, nursing homes, medical clinics, sporting events, offices, private gatherings, and more. Look to us to help you reduce the risk and be safe. Visit PacificOffice.com. Pacific Office Automation. Problem solved.
And Sydney Sahar in the circle here for the Lopes. Going to bring us into the top of this second inning. Score still tied up at nothing. Good first inning of work by both teams. First pitch by Sahar, that one on the ground up the middle. So that's going to be a leadoff base hit. That was the pitcher, Mariah Ramirez.
And Mariah not wasting any time there. Pitch on the outer part of the plate, probably exactly where Sydney wanted to target that one. Waiting back on it, able to get at least the end of the bat on it. Able to, again, slowly dribble that one into center field for a leadoff base hit. Was able to work herself into and out of trouble in the top half of the first inning. Excellent play in center field by Kristen Fifield. Not only to get that ball in quickly on the double by Lauren Ho to put runners on second and third, but was able to track down the fly ball in the warning track in left center field off the bat of Faith Ho to end that inning. If you're Sydney Sahar here, you're looking again for a ground ball here. Mariah Ramirez able to get herself out of trouble with the 4-6-3 double play to end it in the bottom of the first.
And the bunt is down. Sahar has it. She's going to do the easy one to first. Bishop is there, so it'll be a quick out. That just got Noelle Foster.
And that's how you draw it up for the middle part of this Weber State offense. Ramirez puts a runner in motion with a leadoff base hit. Foster, first pitch, squares to bunt. Textbook right there, right back to the mound. And Sydney Sahar going for the sure play at first base, able to nab the speedy Foster.
Surianne Kekahuna, the third baseman for the Wildcats, is going to dig in as the first pitch to her is in there for a ball. Freshman third baseman, 1-0 pitch to her. Outside, count now 2-0, the runner on second and one out. Sahar, the 2-0 pitch. That one outside again. So 3 quick balls to Kekahuna.
And Sydney Sahar still looking to find her stride early on in this one. Like we mentioned, getting herself into trouble in the first, was able to work her way out of it. And first base is open here. You don't want to give in to 2-3 right here with Harmon waiting on deck. Again, the freshman heavy bottom half of the lineup for the Wildcats.
And that one is skied. It's going back, all the way back. But Nicoletti has it at the warning track against the wall. So Gianna Nicoletti able to track that one down, getting under it. Looks like she knocked up against the wall. We're going to take another look at this one again.
And nonetheless, Weber State able to take advantage. Of course, getting to second on the bunt was Ramirez. Nicoletti right in front of the warning track to make the play. And as she's recovering, you see tagging from second base is Mariah Ramirez sliding in safely at third base. So Weber State 45 feet away from taking a 1-0 lead here in the second inning. Harmon looking for her first RBI.
So Harmon digs in. 2 outs. First pitch to her is cued fair. Taloa has it. She bobbles it, throws it back to first, but not before Harmon gets there safely. So a quick pitch to Harmon. She gives a little dribbler off the bat. Not much Taloa could do there. She was playing a little bit back. Just kind of bobbled it off the glove.
Yeah, as soon as Daisy mishandled that one, there was no chance of getting the speedy Harmon. Now you have to look ahead to the top half of the order with Rushton trying to come through in a big way here for the Wildcats. Still looking for, again, that big hit all weekend long. We mentioned getting roughed up twice by the Ducks this weekend, once by the Lopes, that 6-run defeat 2 days ago.
So Mia Rushton is going to come on. First pitch to her is a ball. She's got 2 outs and a runner on first and third. Rushton, the outfielder, the freshman from San Diego, California. Pride of Rancho Bernardo High School. The 1-0 pitch to her. That one in there for a ball. Count now 2-0. 2 on and 2 out. So the 2-0 pitch, that one in there for a strike. Count now 2-1. Sydney Sahar trusting her defense, but looking to find her rhythm early. As you mentioned, Jack struggled a little bit in the first inning, but was able to get herself out of it. Let's see if she's able to get herself out of this jam with no damage done either, as that one is fouled. Slap just a little bit foul. Count now going to go to 2-2.
Well, you can't ask for more after falling behind 2-0. Sahar coming right after Rushton. 2-1 pitch on the outer part of the plate, able to paint the corner. Comes right back on 2-1, able to get her to foul it off. We'll see what she goes with here on 2-2. Again, coming right after Weber State center fielder. Let's see if she takes something off on this 2-2 pitch.
And that one up the middle. Pearson fielded it cleanly on the backhand, but unfortunately all runners were able to advance before she was able to get the throw off.
Yeah, it looked like Jordan Pearson looking for the force play at second base. Nobody there as we take another look. Hard hit ball by Rushton. Like you said, nice backhanded play. And again, just a little too late as it looked like Harmon would have beat that throw regardless. Had a nice jump off of first base, so an infield single. And just like that, the Wildcats out in front. Sydney Sahar just looking to limit the damage at this point with the heart of the order looming for the Wildcats.
Well, that's going to bring up McHouston. McHouston 0 for 1. A foul out to left field. Last inning. So the little small ball, good enough to put the Wildcats ahead. McHouston grounds that one. Pearson's got it. She's going to flip it to Bishop. And that'll do it for the inning, but not before the Wildcats jump ahead of the Lopes 1-0. We'll see if the Lopes can respond. We're going to see Bishop, Dietrich, and Torville right after these messages.
It's not about where you were born. It's not about your gender or the color of your skin, or whether you're rich, poor, or in the middle. No matter what you play, if you have the skill and drive to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
At Raising Cane's, we know quality takes time, patience, and the best ingredients, which is why every chicken finger we serve is hand battered and cooked to order just for you. We never take shortcuts. That doesn't mean you can. Introducing an even faster and easier way to order Cane's with our new app. Find your closest restaurant, customize your meal, pay, and schedule pickup. So next time, take it easy and order with the Raising Cane's app.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
And welcome back inside GCU Softball Stadium. If you're just joining us, I'm Dominic Hitton, joined alongside Jack O'Hara. Beautiful Valentine's Day Sunday softball matchup between the Weber State Wildcats and your Grand Canyon University Antelopes.
The first baseman, number 27,
Lily Bishop, the first baseman, is going to lead it off in her first at-bat here. She's going to dig in against Mariah Ramirez, who's in the circle for the Wildcats. Ramirez in the first inning, an easy 1-2-3 inning, as that first pitch to Bishop is fouled off. Count quickly 0-1. Lily Bishop had herself a good day yesterday. Went 3 for 4 in that win against, with an RBI too, and scored 2 runs in the win against Montana, as that one is outside. Count now 1-1.
As you take a look there at Mariah Ramirez doing a nice job helping herself out at the end of the day in the top half of that second inning against Sydney Sahar. Leadoff single, is able to advance to second on the sac bunt, able to advance to third on the sac fly to left field. Lazy fly there for Lily Bishop. And then, of course, coming around to score on the RBI infield single by Mia Rushton. A big hit in this game for Mia Rushton, finally breaking through here this weekend for her first RBI.
Number 5, the catcher.
Well, that little fly out would be good for out number 1. Whiting, the right fielder, secured that one down. But that's going to bring up Kaylee Dietrich, the catcher. Homered yesterday against number 10 Oregon. First pitch to Dietrich in their first strike. Dietrich, an unstoppable force in this GCU lineup. One of 2 players named to the preseason all-WAC team. Her and Ryan Denhart, well-deserved. A good battery there. She fouls that one back. Count quickly 0-2 with 1 out. I believe Dietrich was our player of the game last night, actually. After she had that big home run, a rocket over a little bit of left center.
She chased Brooke Yanez from that game, like we mentioned, 10 punch-outs. Despite from that bottom half of the second inning where she allowed 2 earned runs, was mowing them down before Kaylee Dietrich was able to again light a spark in that Lopes offense in the bottom half of the 7th inning, down by 3 with that leadoff home run to dead center field. Goes down on strikes here in the bottom half of the second.
Yeah, that Dietrich strikeout, good enough for out number 2. So quickly, Mariah Ramirez going to work here in the top of the second inning. 2 quick outs. And that one, ball 1, a little bit outside. Savannah Torville, designated hitter, playing in this game. This is her first at-bat. The 1-0 pitch to Torville. That one outside, too. I'm going to say that one was a ball. So count now 2-0 with 2 outs for Torville. The 2-0 pitch. Ooh, that one hit her right in the leg. She's going to take first base. So with 2 outs, a free base runner for GCU. And that's going to bring up Angeli Aguilar-Bocage.
Yeah, that one just getting away from Ramirez. Not what she wanted here with 2 outs and nobody on, looking for an easy-going bottom half of this inning after helping herself out in the top half, plating that first one for the Wildcats. Again, looking to steal a win here on this Sunday matinee after dropping the first matchup to the Lopes on Friday, 8-2.
So first pitch to Aguilar-Bocage is outside for a ball.
Angeli, a part of a big softball and baseball family. Her uncle Mark was drafted by the Milwaukee Brewers as a part of the 1987 Major League Baseball amateur draft.
Of course, her sister playing from 2017 to 2020.
A big part of that Lopes pitching staff as well.
All the 1-0 pitch to her. That one misses for a ball, so count 2-0 with 2 outs and 1 on. Yeah, yesterday Angeli picked up 3 hits in her 4 at-bats in the win against Montana. Had an RBI. 3 RBIs, actually. Scored a couple runs. That pitch to her is in there for a strike. Count now 2-1. So the 2-1 pitch in there for a strike. So count now even at 2-2. So after getting behind early in this count, Ramirez works her way back in it. The 2-2 pitch. Right up the middle. And Aguilar Bocage is going to have herself another base hit for the weekend.
Well, that's a nice piece of hitting by Ange. They're able to wait back on that pitch as it looked like Ramirez was able to take something off. And again, as we take another look here, and waiting back on it just enough to take it right up the middle to again pass the baton here to Byzantine with 2 runners on and a runner in scoring position for the Lopes, trying to even up the score after surrendering the first run of the game earlier on.
So Adrian Byzantine moves in, trying to get this 2-out rally going, or keep it going, I should say. First pitch to her is in there for a strike. So 2 on with 2 outs. Torville's at second. Aguilar Bocage at first. As she swings at this one, a little blooper. Let's see if it'll go over, but it does not. As a second baseman, Harmon is there to make the catch. So GCU with a couple base runners, but unable to capitalize. They're still down 1-0. Let's see what Sydney Sahar has to say about that as she takes the circle at the top of this next inning. We'll be back with the third inning. Don't go anywhere right here on GCU TV.
Sanderson Ford is taking their President's Day sale over the edge with a sign and ride $299 a month lease on a new Ford Edge. Save thousands on EcoSport, Ranger, and Explorer. New Escapes under 21 grand and new F-150 Super Crew trucks for only $35,900. Don't miss the President's Day sale event at Arizona's largest Ford dealership and your Bronco headquarters, Sanderson Ford.
And welcome back inside the GCU softball stadium here. The top of the third inning. Sydney Sahar continuing to do work for the Lopes in the circle. She's been pretty good so far. So far she's seen 11 batters, walked 1, only given up 3 hits, and a strikeout. Good stat line, but unfortunately Weber State is ahead. As that bunt is laid down, Sahar has it. She was unable to flip it to first. Looks like she just couldn't get a full hand on that one.
And nice idea by Whiting there. First pitch trying to get something going for Weber State's offense. Looked like Sydney Sahar had time to make that play, but as soon as, again, she wasn't able to handle that one cleanly, having no chance to nab Caitlin Whiting as Weber State now with a runner in motion with nobody out. Again, heart of the order with Lauren Ho digging in. Remember, she had that ringing double off the center field wall in her last plate appearance. Got to be careful here if you're the Lopes left-hander.
So Lauren Ho's digging in. And you're right, Jack. That was just a well-placed bunt there by Whiting. First pitch to Ho is in there for a strike. So 0-1, no outs, and a runner on first base. As Sahar digs in, the windup, the pitch. That one, another bunt. 2 bunts back to back. Bishop's got it. She's going to flip. Pearson's there. So the easy out at first base, but not before the lead runner advances to second.
A little deja vu here. Exactly what we saw in the top half of the second inning. Again, the leadoff single from Ramirez getting moved over with the bunt, setting things up for that one and only run to this point for the Wildcats. Another perfectly executed bunt there by Lauren Ho, setting things up here for Faith Ho with a runner in scoring position in less than 2 outs.
So Lauren putting her sister Faith in a good position here with an opportunity for an RBI. So first pitch to Faith. It's in there for a strike. Good pitch there by Sydney Sahar. Whiting is at second. 1 out. Back in the first. Faith flew out to center field. That one a bit high for a ball. So the Wildcats getting it done with a little bit of small ball. Seen a couple really good, well-placed bunts so far this inning. Sahar, the wind-up, 1-1 pitch. That one slapped foul. Count now 1-2. Sahar's going to check with her defense. Dietrich going to make sure everyone's on the same page from behind the dish. The 1-2 pitch. That one hits the knob of the bat. Just a bit inside. And they're going to give her the free base.
Yeah, you can see home plate umpire Michael Hernandez signaling to both sides that it hit her hand. Coming up and in on that 1-2 pitch. That one, again, just getting away from Sydney Sahar, her second hit batsman of the afternoon. But again, just like that, we've already seen one double play turned by Weber State's defense back in the first inning. Sydney Sahar trying to get the ball low in the zone here to Mariah Ramirez, who again kick-started that top half of the second inning with that base hit up the middle.
And if you're GCU, you got to be thinking double play here all the way, as that one is fouled back.
Yeah, Ramirez just getting underneath that one. Sydney taking a little something off that one as it laid in the heart of the plate there for Ramirez, just getting right underneath it, like I said. But again, a prime opportunity here to help herself out once more with only 1 away and 2 on here in the third, as again the Lopes infield coming in, looking to talk things over with their left-handed sophomore, trying to calm her down, as she has not quite been locked in this one thus far, despite keeping her offense in the game, only allowing 1 run to this point.
She's done good, Jack, but she's failed to find her rhythm early on. Let's see if she can make an adjustment here after chatting with her defense. Count 0-1 with 1 out and 2 runners on. Sahar, feet on the rubber. Comes set and hits Ramirez. So that one just a little bit too wild. 2 hit batters in a row for Sahar.
Sydney obviously trying to come in on that pitch, looking to jam Ramirez, trying to get her to hit one on the ground. Coming up and in, and now all ducks on the pond. Nowhere to put Foster here, who laid down the sacrifice bunt, moving Ramirez over in the top half of the second inning. As again, talking things over with Sydney Sahar as we take another look. And looking to go in as Kaylee Dietrich setting up inside, just 2 up and in. Her second hit batsman in a row, her 3rd overall in this game. So she was able to work herself out of trouble in that first inning. Runners on second and third with 2 outs. Getting Ho to lace a fly ball to the warning track, just in front of the warning track for Kristen Fifield to end that frame. And then, of course, getting out of trouble with runners on the corners, only allowing 1 run in the top half of the second inning. Going to be an uphill battle here against the bottom third of the order with Foster. Again, a freshman-heavy bottom third of the order. 6 through 9, all freshmen in their first year with the Wildcats, looking to make names for themselves this weekend.
First pitch to Foster. That one is a ball. Yeah, you mentioned, obviously, the bottom is freshman heavy, but the leadoff hitter, Rushton, is also a freshman. So we look at it, and that's out of the 9 players, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of them are sophomores, and the rest are freshmen. As that pitch is on the ground, going to go home with it. Dietrich has it. She's on the plate, so that's going to stop a run from scoring. Aguilar-Bocage with a smart heads-up play. Knew that there was a force at home. Threw it right to Dietrich.
And that's how you draw it up if you're the Slopes infield. So you take another look. First pitch to Foster there with Aguilar playing about halfway, able to get the lead runner at home. Now with 2 outs and the base is loaded. Sydney Sahar one pitch away from getting herself out of this jam.
So Sahar in a much better position than she was one batter ago. As Kika Huna is going to come up, and she's going to drill that one over the head of Pearson. That's going to be in there as Byzantine has it, and she's going to throw it home. So not before a run scores for Weber State, and they go up 2-0.
Well, Kika Huna had the right idea here, waiting back, taking it the other way. Nice job by Byzantine in right field to get that ball back in the infield quickly here as you take another look. No hesitation here, only allowing one run to score. Sydney Sahar, again, you allow that RBI single, but you got to know your team only down by 2 at this point, still have an opportunity to limit the damage, given how well their offense has been over the past 3 games.
Absolutely, Jack. Definitely still in this game as Harmon is in. The first pitch to her is a ball. Count 1-0. 2 outs and the base is loaded. Harmon reached on an error. Pops that one up. Nicoletti's going back. She's under it. She's going to make the catch. And that'll do it for the top of the 3rd inning, but not before Weber State tacks on another run. Let's see if GCU can answer here at the bottom of the 3rd. We got Pearson, Nicoletti, and Fifield to show us what they got. Don't go anywhere. We got more softball right here on this beautiful Sunday afternoon.
How does a chicken sandwich become a Whataburger spicy chicken sandwich? Is it by slathering it in a fiery sauce or adding some crazy hot toppings? Nah. If the chicken in a chicken sandwich wants to be spicy, it has to come from the inside. By marinating it in spices, frying it up, then cooling it off with fresh veggies, all on a new brioche bun. Good thing flavor can come from within. Good thing there's the new limited-time spicy chicken sandwich at Whataburger.
When life seems uncertain, there's one credit union that provides both dollars and cents. Copper State Credit Union. With solutions that focus on our members, you can take advantage of competitive rates, free cashback checking, and local attentive service. Uplifting our community is a standard we live by. That's why thousands of your Arizona neighbors rely on us. Strengthening Arizona families through financial empowerment. That's Copper State Credit Union.
And Maria Ramirez in the circle for the Weber State Wildcats. Got herself an extra insurance run to increase her lead to 2-0. We're here at the beginning of the bottom of the 3rd inning. Always beautiful GCU softball stadium here in the heart of the valley in Phoenix, Arizona.
And again, Sydney Sahar has not had her best stuff to this point, but you got to give her credit. Through 3 innings of work, only allowing 2 earned runs to this point, keeping her offense in the game. Now it's up to the Lopes offense to find something here against Ramirez, who's been lights out in each of the first 2 innings, only allowing 1 hit. The Lopes able to get a runner in scoring position in the 2nd, looking to create more opportunities for themselves here with the 9 1 and 2 hitters due up. And Jordan Pearson, again, breaking through in a big way this weekend as well. Collecting a few hits thus far, her first hits in a Lope uniform.
First pitch to Pearson is a ball. Pearson getting some well-earned playing time, occupying second base pretty much all weekend. Hitting in the 9 spot today. This is going to be her first time facing Ramirez today. As that pitch to her is in there for a strike. Count now 1-1. And 3rd pitch to her, in there for a strike. So the first one was a ball. The next 2 immediately followed up. 2 strikes in a row. Count now 1-2.
Mariah going with the steady diet of pitches on the outside corner here, trying to get Pearson to chase. As those last 2 were able to again nab the corner. We'll see what she goes with here. It looks like setting up outside once again. Unable to nab the corner. So the count now moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Like we've been mentioning, Jordan Pearson doing a nice job setting the table for the Lopes so far in each of these first 5 matchups. looking to do the same thing, trying to set the table for Gianna Nicoletti in the top half of this Lopes order.
And looked like the same pitch in the same spot, just a little bit more in. Gets Pearson chasing on the outside, so that's going to be out number 1 for Ramirez and company. That's going to bring up Gianna Nicoletti, who in her first plate appearance was plunked by a pitch. So we take another look here at that strikeout, got her chasing. So 1 out for Nicoletti. As we mentioned, led off this game for the Lopes. Unfortunately, was hit by a pitch. Nabbed base and was unable to be brought home, but she's going to get another opportunity here as that first pitch to her was in there for a strike. Count 0-1 with 1 out. The 0-1 pitch, that one in there for strike 2, so 2 quick strikes. I'll tell you what, Jack, Mariah Ramirez is not messing around, getting ahead in a lot of these counts early.
And it's resulted in most of her success to this point, Dom. And, of course, Gianna Nicoletti, who has been setting the table all weekend long for the Lopes, 0 for 1 already, still looking for her first hit in her last 6 at-bats, ain't going to find it there.
And that was right to Faith Ho, who was just in the perfect position to catch that little lazy blooper right to her. So, Mariah Ramirez got to be happy quickly. After a strikeout and her defense right behind her, she's got 2 quick outs. That brings up Kristen Fifield. That pitch to her is in there for a ball. Count 1-0. Fifield popped out to the third baseman, Kikahuna, back in the first. That one in there for a strike. Count 1-1 with 2 outs. Fifield went 0 for 3 with a run and a walk in the game on Friday night against Weber State as she fouls that one, stays alive. Count 1-2. Mariah gets the pitch, comes set, 1-2 pitch, that one slapped, but not before Foster is there to make that catch. So, 3 batters, 3 quick outs for Mariah Ramirez. We've seen 3 innings as Weber State remains up 2-0. Let's see what they have to say, and let's see what Sydney Sahar has to say here as we go to the top of the 4th inning right after these messages.
Grand Canyon University, a Christian university, is one of the largest and fastest growing universities in the country. GCU offers 270 dynamic academic programs with modern apartment-style living, classrooms, labs, restaurants, and more. Located in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona, GCU's vibrant community and expansive campus is ranked top 20 for best college campuses in America. My university integrates the free market system with a welcoming Christian worldview perspective into its academic programs and throughout campus life, so you can put your faith into action and help transform communities. GCU campus students received over $157 million in scholarships in 2020, and many students attend GCU for less than the cost of a state university. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer to see the scholarships you qualify for. Admissible high school seniors can schedule a free visit from anywhere in the country. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer.
Welcome back inside the GCU softball stadium. Top of the 4th inning here. Mia Rushton digging in for the Weber State Wildcats. Sydney Sahar, the first pitch to Rushton, is fouled. It'll be quickly 0-1. Sydney Sahar, so far through 3 innings, has pitched very well. Struck out 1, faced 18 batters, only given up 5 hits. As that pitch misses for ball 1, count 1-1. Sahar has had good defense to back her up. But it's the small ball so far that Weber State's been playing. That's why they've been able to nab those 2 runs. As that one is fouled off. Count now 1-2. Rushton back in the first. Walked. And in the second, had herself a single that scored an RBI. So she's had herself a day. She's 1 for 1. Reached base safely on both of her plate appearances. And the 1-2 pitch from Sahar. That one popped up. Taloa, let's see if she can make it. And Daisy Taloa makes that catch coming over right in front of the dugout. Good heads-up play there by the third baseman.
That's a tough play by Daisy Taloa as you take another look, going with the basket catch right in front of the net. Sun playing a factor as she makes the play right in front of her teammates in the Lopes dugout. And if you're Sydney Sahar, looking for an easy 1-2-3 inning against the top part of this order, a pivotal top of the 4th inning for the Lopes left-hander. She's gotten herself into trouble in each of the first 3 innings. Again, runners on second and third and 2 outs back in the first. Was able to get into and out of trouble. Weber State coming away with 1 run in the second and then 1 run in the third, leaving the bases loaded. They've left 7 runners on base. So despite Mariah Ramirez throwing 3 shutout innings to this point, her offense has yet to be able to break through against Sydney Sahar despite being up 2-0.
So Sydney Sahar got that easy first out, compliments of Taloa. And that's going to bring up Mikkel McHouston, who's got a 2-0 count on her as that one plunks McHouston in the back. She's going to take first base with 1 out here. And that's going to bring up Whiting, the right fielder. Struck out in the first. Got a single in the third. She'll dig in. The fresh set of balls and strikes. That one is high. Going to be ball 1 to Whiting. Count now 1-0 with 1 out and a runner on first. So another hit batter by Sydney Sahar results on a runner on first here. And now, if you're GCU, got to be thinking a double play situation. That one in there for a strike. Good looking pitch there by Sahar. Count even at 1-1.
Again, a lot of pop in that bat for Caitlin Whiting. Of course, reaching on that single in her last at bat. Can't throw anything over the heart of the plate here if you're Sydney Sahar trying to keep your offense in this game still. Falling behind quickly, now 2-1 on Whiting, looking to barrel something up. Again, Sydney Sahar trying to get the ball on the ground like you mentioned, Dom. Caitlin Whiting, excuse me, looking to get the ball in the air, trying to find the grass with the outfield playing about halfway.
And the pitch, she shows bunt. She does. She lays it down. Sahar has it. She's going to throw it over to Pearson, who's covering first. So overall by the defense, cool, calm, and collected. Handled that nicely, so we're going to take another look at that.
Yeah, the Wildcats is trying to get a runner in scoring position here. Again, just with 1 out, Whiting pulls back and then pulls back in at the last moment to lay down the perfectly executed sacrifice bunt. As Sydney Sahar gets the shore out at first base. And now with Lauren Ho digging in again, a very dangerous threat here. The cleanup hitter for Weber State picking up that double in her first at-bat, and then the sacrifice bunt back in the third inning. Single makes this a 3-run game.
And the catcher for Weber State fouls that one back. Count quickly 0-1 with 2 outs and a runner on second. And you're right, Jack, a very dangerous hitter to be up right now. If you're the Wildcats, you love this position. If you're the Lopes, you're trying to get her back on the bench as soon as possible. A lot of pop. She singled back in the first, like you said, a sacrifice fly in the third. Wildcats trying to break this wide open. The Lopes trying to get their offense back up to bat. As that one is high and inside. Count 1-1. McHouston is on second. Got an open base. either sides of the diamond. Sahar, the 1-1 pitch. That one swung on and missed. A good-looking hack there by Lauren Ho.
Yeah, Lauren Ho just a little bit too early on that one. Again, trying to lift that ball in the air on that 1-1 pitch. Swinging right through it. Was a healthy hack nonetheless. But now Sydney Sahar ahead in the count. We'll see what she goes with here on 1 and 2, trying to get Ho to chase. And just one punch out to this point for the Lopes left-hander.
Trying to pass the baton off to the offense. The 1-2 pitch is there, and she misses. Swung on and missed right by her. So Sydney Sahar gets out of the top of this inning without any damages done. The Wildcats still lead 2-0, but not before we go and see what the GCU offense has to say about that. They'll get their at-bats next. Stay tuned.
When I think back on graduation day, it's such a special moment. Walking across the stage, hearing your name called. I think I would really regret not walking. I think being able to finish out a long college experience with an awesome moment like graduation is really special.
If I hadn't decided to walk that day, I think I'd regret not having that sense of closure and accomplishment for that huge chapter in my life.
My name's Noah and I graduated in 2015.
My name is Lauren and I graduated in 2016.
Herff Jones, by your side.
We can stand together by standing far apart.
Stay 6 feet apart from other people.
Wear your mask when you go out.
Wash your hands often.
If you feel sick, stay home.
Be respectful of others.
The choices you make are critical.
By protecting yourself, it helps protect all of us.
Your actions can save lives.
What we do now will shape our future.
Stay safe.
Bottom of the 4th inning here inside the GCU softball stadium. The Weber State Wildcats, the visiting Weber State Wildcats, are up 2-0. But Daisy Taloa, the third baseman for the Lopes, is going to dig in and see if she has anything to say about that. The first pitch to Taloa, a healthy hack, swung on and missed. Count quickly 0-1 to Daisy.
Yeah, the Lopes just desperately looking to get something going as they've yet to figure out Ramirez in this one. Again, in just 3 innings of work, she's only allowed that 1 hit while picking up 2 strikeouts. Only 1 runner in scoring position to this point for the Lopes. As Sydney Sahar, despite not having her best stuff, again, she's hit 4 batters already in this game, has been able to work herself into and out of trouble in each of the first 4 innings to keep her offense in this game. All it takes is a bloop and a blast, Dom. This is a brand new ball game as, again, the Lopes looking to salvage this Sunday matinee victory against the Wildcats. They were able to take easy care of them on Friday with that 6-run victory as the Lopes offense was able to break through after, again, going silent in each of the first 7 innings against Utah on Thursday night. Of course, breaking through against Montana here yesterday for 16 runs.
That one in there for a strike. Count now 2-2 to Taloa. And Mariah Ramirez really getting it done. She faced 11 batters, only giving up 1 hit, struck out 2. In the 3 full innings that we've seen her. Her 2-2 pitch jams Taloa, a little cue shot right to the second baseman. She's got it. She's going to flip to first. And that'll be out number 1. For the Wildcats of Weber State. And that'll...
Number 27.
So that inside pitch just kind of jammed Taloa up. Got her to ground out. But that'll bring up Lily Bishop, who a deep fly out to Whiting out in right field. Back in the second. First pitch to Bishop. Is hacked opposite field and foul. Bishop went 0 for 2 as the designated hitter back on Friday night, looking to make something happen here against the Wildcats. That one's missing for a ball. Count now 1-1 with 1 out. Ramirez gets the sign, comes set with the windup, the 1-1 pitch. That one slugged deep, going back at the warning track, and it's going to land right in front of the wall. Rushton was there to make the catch. That one, not enough to go out, but Lily Bishop with the pop, sending it all the way back to the wall. But nonetheless, 2 outs here. And that's going to bring up Kaylee Dietrich, the senior catcher, the preseason All-WAC. Her and Ryan Denhart, the 2 teammates nominated from GCU, well-deserved. And the first pitch to Dietrich is in there. Count 0-1. Dietrich struck out in the second. Second pitch to her is sliced foul. Count 0-2 with 2 outs. Kaylee Dietrich had that huge home run yesterday against number 10 Oregon. Talked about that earlier. She went 2 for 3 in that game. Scored 2 runs. Oh, 2 pitch, that one high and in the air. Going back is Rushton, she's got it. Tracks that one down, and GCU unable to tack on any runs. They still trail 2-0 to the Weber State Wildcats. Sydney Sahar is going to take the circle and lead us into the 5th inning. We'll be right back after these messages.
Joel Embiid is unhappy.
Like, really unhappy.
Because the internet keeps using not-so-amazing GIFs to react to his amazing highlights. Mountain Dew presents the Joel Embiid Deserves Better Reactions GIF Collection.
Now I'm so happy.
The temperature scanning kiosk from Pacific Office Automation is an easy-to-use, attendant-free device that quickly checks a person's temperature anytime, anywhere. You can now provide peace of mind at schools and universities, grocery stores, restaurants, nursing homes, medical clinics, sporting events, offices, private gatherings, and more. Look to us to help you reduce the risk and be safe. Visit PacificOffice.com. Pacific Office Automation. Problem solved.
And welcome back inside the GCU softball stadium. We got the top of the 5th inning here. And you know what, GCU fans, if you haven't already, it's time to download the Lope Nation app. Watch GCU home sporting events directly from your app or see personalized news. Score updates for your favorite Lope teams. Follow the Lopes closer than ever with scores, schedules, stories, and more. And even more perks will be coming very soon. Search GCU Athletics in your phone's app store or download the GCU Athletics app now at gculopes.com/app. Do you have the Lopes app, Jack?
I do have the Lopes Nation app. Able to catch all men's and women's basketball games throughout the winter here on campus. Both new eras with Bryce Drew and Molly Miller, both teams leading WAC play thus far for both programs. Of course, things really heating up this spring season as well. Of course, the kickoff tournament this weekend for softball. We got baseball taking on the Missouri Tigers, who are coming into town next weekend here in Lope Country. Things are about to get really exciting real quick, Dom.
Well, things are getting really real quick, Jack. I'll tell you that much. You mentioned a very exciting semester, a historic semester. 8 spring sports going on, and GCU busy as ever, but continuing to remain professional and safe and secure during this COVID-19 pandemic as Faith Ho ropes that one into the gap in left center field. Fifield threw that one on a dime right to Pearson.
Yeah, Kristen Fifield has done a nice job making some of these plays at second base a little bit closer than we probably thought they were going to be initially off the bat. But for the second time this weekend, both Ho sisters picking up extra base hits against Lope's pitching. They both picked up a double 2 days ago against Ryan Denhart, each picking up an extra base hit today against Sydney Sahar. Again, nice piece of hitting there by Faith Ho, able to wait back, inside-out swing on that pitch on the inner part of the plate. driving it into the left center field gap for a leadoff double. And just like that, Sydney Sahar back in trouble here with another runner in scoring position for Weber State. Would not be shocked to see Ramirez again on the bump. 4 shutout innings to this point. Bunt one over here after picking up that single back in the second inning, hit by a pitch back in the third. Move the runner over to third base with Foster due up with 1 out. And of course you have the bottom third of your order due up, who already has 1 hit. Kekahuna with the RBI single coming in the top half of the third inning with an opportunity to drive in another run.
I'll tell you what, with this bottom third coming up, Jack, might as well point out, as we said in the last inning, those are all freshmen. The bottom 6 through 9. And I'm impressed with the way that they played so far. Obviously not playing like freshmen. Playing like they have a lot of experience under their belt.
And that 1 upperclassman in this starting lineup today for the Wildcats. And Ramirez leading the charge, obviously, on the circle as well as at the plate, reaching in her first 2 plate appearances. Well, let's see if she bunts here again with the corners playing in for the Lopes. She's not. So again, just looking to move the runner over here, looking to wait back here, take it the other way. They've done a nice job of doing that to this point. Again, Kekahuna taking that pitch over the heart of the plate, 1-1 pitch with the bases loaded and 1 out in her last plate appearance, dunking it right in front of Byzantine in right field.
Now that one slapped foul. So the first pitch delivered to Ramirez was a strike. That second one slapped foul. Count now 0-2 with no outs. We've got a runner on second. Now you mentioned Jack Ramirez kind of doing it all for herself, reaching base safely in both of her last at-bats, as that one was a little bit wild and outside, down for ball 1, but a good stop there by Dietrich, being able to get out in front of it and nab that one.
Yeah, Kayla really having to go out of her way for that one on the backhand. Could have been a different scenario with a runner on third base and nobody out. Would have to bring the infield in. Again, the way they've hit so far today against Ramirez can ill afford to let Weber State get in control in this one late. Again, the Lopes only with 3 more chances here in the top half of the 5th inning to come away with at least 2 runs at this point. But again, Weber State threatening with nobody out and a runner on second base.
So count 2-2. Sahar coming set. The pitch. That one fouled back. Ramirez trying to stay alive here. Again, Faith Ho, the runner on second. After that good-looking stand-up double to lead this thing off. The 2-2 pitch. That one right in the gap. That one's going to go all the way to the wall. 1 run is going to score. And we've got back-to-back doubles for Weber State, as the pitcher, Mariah Ramirez, like we just said, doing it all for herself, helping herself out. And the Wildcats are going to go up 3-0. Take a look right there. Faith Ho crossing home plate.
And
Ramirez.
it looks like Chelsea Browerman is going to take her left-hander out of this game, as Sydney Sahar, again, not her best stuff today. 4 innings of work, allowing 7 hits. 2 extra base hits alone here in this 5th inning. 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Again, nobody out, runner on second base.
Now pitching for GCU, number 19,
JC Hambrick trying to limit the damage. We've mentioned how well she's pitched this weekend, especially last night against the number 10 ranked team in the nation in the Oregon Ducks.
And she's going to get warmed up right now on the circle. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. We'll bring you the rest of this inning.
It's not about where you were born. It's not about your gender or the color of your skin, or whether you're rich, poor, or in the middle. No matter what you play, if you have the skill and drive to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
And welcome back. Quick little break there as we had a pitching change. J.C. Hambrick, number 19, the freshman for GCU, going to take over after Sahar gave up back-to-back extra base hits. And with no outs, we've got a runner on second base. And we're going to have a pinch runner here on second base. Michaela Donahue. She's going to fill in for Mariah Ramirez, who just smacked that stand-up double. Noelle Foster is going to dig in. She's 0 for 1. She had a sacrifice fly back in the second, and in the third, a fielder's choice. As she bunts that one, but foul.
And the Lopes just hoping that J.C. Hambrick, again, is able to get her team out of trouble here in this top half of the fifth inning. Again, just a 3-0 lead. The Lopes offense still plenty of room to work with, only down by 3. J.C. Hambrick, we talked about how impressive she's been. 4 innings of work on Friday against Montana, only allowing 2 earned runs. And then, of course, the very impressive performance last night, shutting down the Ducks in each of the first 3 innings before giving up a 2-run double to tie things up in the 4th. It was the big 3-run 6th inning that put the Ducks ahead, which ultimately led them to prevail in that 5-3 victory last night.
0-1 pitch. That bunt laid down beautifully, but Taloa was there.
And to your credit, Dom, it's been all about the small ball in this one for Weber State's offense. You got a runner on second base, nobody out. Again, Foster, bottom part of the order, already 0 for 1 in this game, laying down a picture-perfect bunt there on the third base side, really having to make Daisy work there to nab the runner over there at first base, with, again, Ramirez moving from second to third. And another primetime opportunity here for the bottom third of the order to drive in another run if they can find the grass with less than 2 outs against Hambrick.
Kikahuna fouls that one back. She's 1 for 2 today. She had a fly out to the third baseman back in the second. And then back in the third, got herself a single with an RBI. And she's going to get that one down. Fifield has that. Throws that one in. But not before another run is able to score off that RBI single from Kikahuna.
And that's a big run in this inning for Weber State. Their second of the inning is once again Hambrick trying to get it down there. As you take a look at the replay, misses up. Kikahuna taking advantage for her second RBI single of the afternoon, and now a 4-run game. Weber State has some room to work with. A very comfortable lead late in this game, the way Ramirez has been throwing.
And a good first pitch there by Hambrick in their first strike. We've got the second baseman, Harmon. She's 0 for 2 today. She reached on an error in the second and flew out to Nicoletti deep in the third. Quickly 0-2 to Harmon. So the Lopes, hoping that Hambrick can get them out of this inning. Allow him to go up to bat. 0-2 pitch, fouled. Harmon staying alive here. Hambrick went 2 1/3 in the opening against Utah. Gave up 5 hits. As she strikes out Harmon there. So Harmon, a big swing and miss. Caught her chasing. She's going to sit out, and we've got 2 outs here.
Well, that's been vintage J.C. Hambrick all weekend long, painting the outside corner, getting Harmon to chase there. Again, some of the inexperience there for the freshman bat. Just trying to stay alive there, trying to battle against number 19, the freshman right-hander for the Lopes. We'll sit down, head back to the dugout. It's J.C. Hambrick looking like she's going to get herself out of this one with, again, only allowing that RBI single moments ago.
And she does get out of this one as that little pop-up is handled easily by Aguilar Bocage. So we're going to go to the bottom of the 5th inning. We'll see if the Lopes can answer back after giving up those 2 runs. We'll be right back with more softball on GCU.
Sanderson Ford is taking their President's Day sale over the edge with a sign and ride $299 a month lease on a new Ford Edge. Save thousands on EcoSport, Ranger, and Explorer. New Escapes under 21 grand, and new F-150 Super Crew trucks for only $35,900. Don't miss the President's Day sale event at Arizona's largest Ford dealership and your Bronco headquarters, Sanderson Ford.
And welcome back inside the GCU Softball Stadium here for the Sunday softball matchup between the Weber State Wildcats and your Grand Canyon University Antelopes. If you're just joining us, happy to have you here on this beautiful Valentine's Day. Dominic Hinton joined alongside Jack O'Hara. And we're going to go here to the bottom of the fifth. Savannah Torville is going to lead things off for GCU. First pitch to Torville. It misses for a ball.
The Lopes just looking to get anything going here in the bottom of the fifth, Dom. Now down by 4, 2 huge insurance runs by Weber State in the top half of that fifth inning, finally chasing Sydney Sahar from this one. They left 9 runners on base, but have capitalized on a few of those opportunities to give themselves a 4-run lead. Another hit by pitch handed out to Savannah Torville. So now she has 2 plate appearances. She's been plunked twice. But again, you'll take it if you're the Lopes at this point, trying to create some opportunities.
Absolutely, a free base runner. And if they're going to come back, they're going to have to get through Mariah Ramirez, who's been just a dominant force in the circle all game for the Wildcats. Through 4 innings, she's only allowed 1 hit, had 2 strikeouts in the 15 batters she's faced. She's going to face Angelique Aguilar-Bocage. Bocage had a single back in the second. First pitch to her missed for a ball.
And Lauren Ho quickly out there on the circle with Ramirez, looking to calm down her right-hander. Trying to get things straightened away before anything potentially unravels here in the bottom half of the fifth inning. Again, you don't want to let the Lopes back in this game. We've seen their offense break through on many occasions this weekend.
And that's all it takes is one big inning here to break this thing wide open for the Lopes. As Aguilar tried to square down that bunt but popped it back up, and Lauren Hope with the quick reflexes quickly grabs that one.
And Ramirez doing a nice job getting that one up in the zone with the potential sacrifice bunt in play. As we'll take another look. As it was high, getting underneath it was Angeli, and right there is Lauren Ho for the grab for out number 1.
So well executed by Ramirez and Ho. That battery has been almost unstoppable today, as that's going to bring up Byzantine. She's 0 for 1 today. First pitch to her was a strike. So Mariah Ramirez continues rolling. The 0-1 pitch. That one drilled high. Rushton has it. She's going to bring that down for out number 2. So 2 quick outs here after Savannah Torville started out this inning getting plunked.
Number 47, the second baseman, Jordan Pearson.
So now Jordan Pearson is going to step in. Second baseman playing well early in this season. Struck out in the third. First pitch to her misses for ball 1. So 1-0, 2 outs. A runner on first. Lopes trying to make something happen here. Get a run back. Second pitch to Pearson. Misses for ball 2. Ramirez comes set with the pitch. Ball 3. So 3 straight balls to Pearson.
Just what you want to do if you're Jordan in this at-bat. Again, don't want to give in and don't want to hand out any freebies to Mariah out there on the circle, trying to pass the baton to Nicoletti. Lopes would love to load the bases, get Kristen Fifield to the plate as the tying run. The opportunity to tie things up with one swing of the bat, given her pop in that left-handed side of the batter's box. Again, hitting that home run yesterday against the Grizz. First Lopes long ball of the season. Of course, Kaylee Dietrich adding to that total with a solo shot here last night against the Ducks as well.
Jordan Pearson swinging and missing on that one. Count now full with 2 outs. Pearson, the native of Chandler, Arizona, pride of Perry High School. She's a history major. And the pitch. That one is good for ball 4. So Pearson will get a free base. We got runners on first and second now.
Yeah, Mariah Ramirez looking for the call there on the outside corner, trying to paint that corner once again. It's worked well for her to this point, but not getting the benefit of the doubt from home plate umpire Michael Hernandez. And just like that, Gianna Nicoletti, who's been great at setting the table for the Lopes thus far this weekend, will look to pick up her first hit of the afternoon and again get Kristen Fifield to the plate with the opportunity to get the Lopes right back in this game with one swing of the bat.
And Nicoletti 0 for 1 today, hit by a pitch in the first. Popped out back in the third. Fouls that one back, 0-1. With 2 outs. Try to get a 2-out rally started here. 2 on, 2 outs. GCU so far in this game is 1 for 4 with 2 outs. As that one will get down. And Savannah Torville's going to round, but not before they gun her out at the plate. That one was in time. Coach Chelsea Browerman is arguing with the ump. I don't know. She thought that she might have missed that tag. But nonetheless, they're going to say that she was out. Torville caught going home. GCU unable to tack on a run. Still down 4-0. We'll be right back with the top of the 6th inning.
How does a chicken sandwich become a Whataburger spicy chicken sandwich? Is it by slathering it in a fiery sauce or adding some crazy hot toppings? Nah. If the chicken in a chicken sandwich wants to be spicy, it has to come from the inside. By marinating it in spices, frying it up, then cooling it off with fresh veggies, all on a new brioche bun. Good thing flavor can come from within. Good thing there's the new limited-time spicy chicken sandwich at Whataburger.
When life seems uncertain, there's one credit union that provides both dollars and cents. Copper State Credit Union. With solutions that focus on our members, you can take advantage of competitive rates, free cashback checking, and local attentive service. Uplifting our community is a standard we live by. That's why thousands of your Arizona neighbors rely on us. Strengthening Arizona families through financial empowerment. That's Copper State Credit Union.
And we're through 5 innings and into the 6th. Welcome back to GCU Softball Stadium. Let's take a look at the upcoming schedule brought to you. Oh, yes, looking up. We got the GCU Purple Classic coming up. We got softball versus Portland State on Friday. Softball versus Iowa State next Friday. And softball versus New Mexico on Saturday. So a whole new week.
Is 2 weeks from this weekend. The Lopes obviously heading to San Diego next weekend. Southern California road trip. All baseball, of course, and men's basketball as well will be home.
As
quick
always.
out number 1 for J.C. Hambrick there, you know. Close play at home plate as they were able to nab Savannah Torville before she slid in ahead of the tag. It was going to be a bang-bang play at home plate regardless. And the Lopes with a potential opportunity to have bases loaded there for Kristen Fifield at the plate, as they instead send the runner from second base with Gianna Nicoletti looking for her first RBI of the afternoon. The Lopes still unable to break through against Ramirez. Big gift in that bottom half of the 5th inning. I'll have the heart of their order due up if you're looking ahead to the bottom half of the 6th. Fifield, Taloa, and Bishop, as Hambrick again looking to be dominant here in the 6th inning against the heart of Weber State's order, trying to keep this a 4-run game.
She's getting it done fast. So she's got 2 quick strikes to Whiting, but that one in there for a ball count now 1-2. Whiting 1 for 2 today. Struck out in the first, singled in the third. Had a sacrifice fly in the fourth. Oh, a good-looking pitch there by Hambrick.
Yeah, JC thought she was going to get the call. Pitch just a little bit up. I think she nabbed the corner, but the pitch a little bit up. Doesn't get the call from Hernandez behind home plate. And again, you can't give in to Whiting here. Definitely has the power. Already has a home run this weekend against Lopes pitching.
The 2-2 pitch to Whiting. She did not go around. Tried to get her inside. Count now full, 3-2. Hambrick. Comes set on the rubber. The windup. The pitch. That one, ball 4. So going to be a free brace to Whiting. And Hambrick going to have to make a few adjustments here. If you're GCU, you're thinking double play.
That's a good at-bat there from Caitlin Whiting, too, Dom. Falling behind in the count 1-2 early on, taking a pitch right off the corner to level it up at 2-2. It's JC Hambrick trying to catch her off guard, coming back inside on 3-2. Didn't get her to budge. Able to work the 6-pitch walk. Setting up, again, the heart of the order with Lauren Ho, who already has that double back in the first inning.
Again, she had a sacrifice fly in the third. Struck out in the fourth. So a big at-bat here. That one on the ground. Hambrick's got it. She's going to flip to first. Bishop is there. So, 2 outs here. A runner in scoring position for the Wildcats. That's Whiting standing on second base. And that's going to bring up Faith Ho, whose sister, as we see right here, just grounded out, but advanced the runner nonetheless. And Faith Ho's 1 for 2 today. Had a fly out in the first, hit by a pitch in the third, and a double back in the fifth, as she swung and missed on that one. Hambrick gets the sign. The pitch. That one in there for a strike. Good looking pitch there by Hambrick. Count now 0-2. Pitch, that one right in the glove of Taloa. And she's going to toss that one over to Bishop. So we're going to go to the bottom of the 5th inning, and we'll see Fifield, Taloa, and Bishop all get their at-bats right here on GCU TV. Come back to us very shortly because we're going to have more softball for you.
Grand Canyon University, a Christian university, is one of the largest and fastest growing universities in the country. GCU offers 270 dynamic academic programs with modern apartment-style living, classrooms, labs, restaurants, and more. Located in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona, GCU's vibrant community and expansive campus is ranked top 20 for best college campuses in America. My university integrates the free market system with a welcoming Christian worldview perspective into its academic programs and throughout campus life, so you can put your faith into action and help transform communities. GCU campus students received over $157 million in scholarships in 2020, and many students attend GCU for less than the cost of a state university. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer to see the scholarships you qualify for. Admissible high school seniors can schedule a free visit from anywhere in the country. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer.
That's Mariah Ramirez out there in the circle still for the Weber State Wildcats. 5 innings pitched so far, only given up 2 hits and struck out 2. Continuing to roll for Weber State. GCU looking for answers. And the first one who's going to get a chance against Ramirez in this inning will be Kristen Fifield. Fifield's 0 for 2 today. Grounded out in the first, flew out back in the third. That one misses for ball 1.
The Lopes getting just what they needed out of J.C. Hambrick so far in this one after relieving Sydney Sahar. Shutting down Weber State's offense in the top half of that 6th inning, but the Lopes offense running out of time. Looking to take it one batter at a time. Again, heart of the order with Fifield, Taloa, and Bishop, like you said, Dom. Just get a couple of runners on and then a big blow for the middle part of this order. A lot of power when you talk about Fifield, Taloa, Bishop, and Dietrich.
The 1-1 pitch to the sophomore from El Paso, Texas. Misses for a ball, I should say. Count now 2-1. Last year's a freshman. Fifield appeared in 26 games, made 22 starts in the infield this season. Commanding that center field spot as she puts that one on the ground. And they're going to get her at first. So, quick out here for Ramirez and company. That's going to bring up Taloa. Grounded into a 4-3 double play in the first, and then grounded out in the fourth. And we're going to see a pinch hitter now come in for Taloa. Number 35, Jaylene Capu. Going to get her first at-bat here today.
First look at Capu here in 2021. The Long Beach, California native. Freshman looking to make an impact here with her team down by 4. Big opportunity. Taking over for Daisy Taloa. Again, had a rough day at the plate after striking out 3 times last night against Brooke Yanez.
Capu fouls that one off. 0-1, 1 out here. Big opportunity now for the freshman, getting this pinch hit experience. Fouls that one opposite side. Count now 0-2.
And the Lopes is hitting 125 to this point against Ramirez, who again has been lights out, has had a tough time this weekend, like we mentioned at the top of the broadcast. Dom getting roughed up by the Ducks. She's made quick work of the Lopes, making quick work right there of Capu for the second out.
Yeah, rung her up. That one just blew right past her. Capu kind of froze up, did not swing on that one. Got her looking. Out number 2 for Mariah Ramirez.
And take another look here. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night for Capu as she's able to nab the inside corner beautifully there.
Lily Bishop now up. First pitch to her is a strike. Bishop 0 for 2. Flew out to right field and center field. Her last fly out was a long bomb right in front of the warning track. That pitch misses. Count now 1-1 with 2 outs. Lopes today are 2 for 5. 2-out situations. Trying to make something happen here. That one on the ground. Ho has it. She misses that throw. So that's going to give Lily Bishop first base, as that one was kind of to the side. As we take another look.
It's a tough play regardless for Ho. Does the 360. Probably had enough time to set her feet and fire across the diamond. And she did not hesitate in getting that one out of her glove. Throws it away. Past the glove of McCushton over there at first base.
Tried to do that all in one motion, Jack, and I think it just kind of threw her off a little bit. Tossed that one over the head of her first baseman. But Kaylee Dietrich is going to step into the plate, going to give her an opportunity here to do something. First pitch to her. She pulls that one foul. Dietrich, the pitch. That one fouled again, so 0-2. Dietrich is 0-2 today. 0 for 2 today. Strikeout in the second. Fly out to center field back in the fourth. Dietrich, a key asset in this Lopes lineup. That one misses, ball one. Count 1 and 2. 2 outs and a runner on first. Ramirez checks her sign, comes set, the pitch. That one skied. Deep. Keep going. Dropped. That one is on the ground, and we're going to see 2 runners reach safely aboard. So Foster had that one in her glove. That one looked like it might have enough to go out, but unfortunately not enough. Drops right in front of the warning track. Foster had it in her glove and let it hit the ground as she bobbled that one. So Dietrich's going to end up on second. Bishop will be on third. We got 2 outs and 2 on.
Yeah, Foster giving the Lopes a gift here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Sun playing a factor, trying to get a good read on that one. Also dealing with the wall out there in left field. Didn't really get a good positioning there as that one goes in and out of her glove, putting runners on second and third now for the Lopes. Again, first base is open here with Torville at the plate. Ramirez wants to put her on, work around the Lopes heavy-hitting second baseman. Deal with the freshman Aguilar waiting on deck, who already has a hit against Ramirez today. As you see there, Lexi Coons pinch running. We saw a pinch run in yesterday's game against the Grizz in that 16-5 win. Pinch running once again here today as the Lopes look to score at least 2 on a single here from Torville. But again, it should be interesting to see if Ramirez throws around the Lopes Jr. trying to get to Aguilar with first base open.
Well, the first pitch to Torville is low, ball 1. Torville, who's been hit twice today, back in the 2nd and the 5th. Trying to break something open here. Coons on second. Bishop on third. The 1-0 pitch. That one misses for a ball. Real good discipline there by Torville. Two-0 pitch to the junior. Missed. So 3 pitches and 3 balls so far.
And not shocked to see this approach taken by Mariah Ramirez here against Savannah Torville. Trying to come close, trying to get the Lopes right-handed bat to chase here to no avail, and probably just going to work around here on 3-0. Again, trying to paint the corner, but a 4-pitch walk handed out with first base open. And now you deal with the freshman bat, Dom. Again, tying run to the plate. Due up, and Angeli Aguilar trying to become the hero here late in this game with the Lopes running out of time.
Well, the Lopes 1 for 2 with runners in scoring position today. A good opportunity here. And a good little 2-out rally they got going on. Bases loaded. And Aguilar Bocage digging in. She is 1 for 2 today. Fouled out back in the 5th. Had a single in the 2nd. That first pitch to her in their first strike. Yesterday in the win versus Montana, Aguilar went 3 for 4, 2 runs, 3 RBIs. She fouls that one back. Count now 0-2.
Well, with nowhere to put Aguilar here, Ramirez doing a great job coming right after the Lopes freshman, getting her to foul that one straight back. Again, just trying to keep the ball low in the zone, trying to get Aguilar to hit one on the ground. Aguilar trying to put it in the air here with the bases loaded as the tying run.
And the 0-2 pitch outside. Got away from her. Count now 1-2. Ball in the gap could clear the bases. But the tying run at the plate here. Bases loaded, 2 outs. The 1-2 pitch from Ramirez. That one swung on and missed. Got the freshman. As Aguilar Bocage is going to have a seat, and the Lopes leave him loaded. Unable to tack on a run. We're going to head to the top of the 7th. Let's see what the GCU defense can do before they go up to bat. They've got one more chance. Don't go anywhere. We've got a lot more softball left to play right here on GCU TV.
When I think back on graduation day, it's such a special moment. Walking across the stage, hearing your name called. I think I would really regret not walking. I think being able to finish out a long college experience with an awesome moment like graduation is really special.
If I hadn't decided to walk that day, I think I'd regret not having that sense of closure and accomplishment for that huge chapter in my life.
My name's Noah and I graduated in 2015.
My name is Lauren and I graduated in 2016.
Herff Jones, by your side.
We can stand together by standing far apart.
Stay 6 feet apart from other people.
Wear your mask when you go out.
Wash your hands often.
If you feel sick, stay home.
Be respectful of others.
The choices you make are critical.
By protecting yourself, it helps protect all of us.
Your actions can save lives.
What we do now will shape our future.
Stay safe.
And welcome back. Thank you for joining us here, GCU Softball Stadium, the top of the 7th inning. If you're just now joining us, we've had quite the game. As that one is on the ground. Aguilar's got it. She's going to flip it to Bishop. Easy 1 pitch, 1 out. Take another look at that. Yeah, we'll take a look here at the strikeout, the missed opportunity GCU just had. As we see Aguilar right there. Bases loaded, just misses that one.
And pitch low and away by Ramirez. Getting Ange out in front of that one. And your job here, if you're J.C. Hambrick, again, trying to get ahead of these Weber State hitters, trying to get out of this inning unscathed to give your offense an opportunity. One last chance, a one last ditch effort in the bottom half of the 7th inning with your 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up.
Well, Hambrick's going to have to work fast here as Noelle Foster, the left fielder who made kind of a critical error at the warning track last inning. Going to get her at bat here. She is 0 for 1. The 1-1 pitch to her. In there for a strike. So count 1-2 with 1 out. Again, if you're just tuning in to this last inning, Dominic Hinton joined along by Jack O'Hara. Happy to be here on this beautiful Valentine's Day afternoon. Weber State Wildcats lead the Lopes 4 runs to nothing. As that one is fouled off. Count remains 1-2. J.C. Hambrick pitching well for the Lopes, doing all she can. That one on the ground. They're going to say that it was foul. Very close there, as that one was roped down the line. Count still 1-2 with 1 out.
Yeah, Daisy Taloa definitely getting a glove on that one on the left side of the third base side. As you saw Michael Hernandez, the home plate umpire, put his hands up immediately. The count remains 1-2 on Foster. Again, J.C. Hambrick just trying to make quick work of the bottom third of this Weber State order.
Hambrick so far, after 2 1/3 inning, only giving up 1 hit with a strikeout, but that one is going to be in the gap. Let's see if it hits the wall. It's going to be extra bases. And Foster will stop at 2. So a stand-up double for Noel Foster.
JC trying to fool her by taking something off that pitch as Foster was able to wait back and drive it into the right center field gap as we take another look. Barreling that one just enough to get it over the head of Jordan Pearson as that one rolls all the way to the wall. Nice job in right field by Vizentine to get it into the cutoff man as Foster limited to a double in that at bat. Another extra base hit in this game for Weber State. Again, they've left 10 runners on base, but to this point, those 4 runs have held up, considering the way that Ramirez has pitched on the circle throughout this afternoon. 6 innings of work, only allowing those 2 hits to the Lopes.
Oh, the freshman third baseman's going to dig in, Kika Huna, and she has a single right away. Quick pitch to her, quick hit. They're going to throw, and it'll be cut off by Bishop, but not before they send home Foster, as a great heads-up base running there.
Another nice piece of hitting by Kahuna, taking it the other way for her 3rd hit, and the Lopes just obviously not on the same page here. With the Foster rounding third, as you could see, hesitating a little bit. Lily Bishop cutting that ball off. Plenty of time for Vizentine to throw out the runner at home plate, but once again, the Lopes just not on the same page there as Weber State comes across with at least 1 here in the 7th so far.
So an extra insurance one for Weber State, as that one off the foot of Harmon. Fouls that one off. Count 0-1 here with 1 out and a runner on first. So not what you wanted to see if you were the Lopes. Weber State tacking on that extra insurance run. The pitch, that one blooped foul. Count now 0-2. That one, a dangerous one had it been fair. Lopes getting a little lucky on that one.
And that is a huge insurance run that Weber State just picked up, Dom. A big difference between a 4-0 game and a 5-0 game.
And gets her there on that one. Strikeout number 2 for J.C. Hambrick. Got her to swing and miss, so Harmon's going to have a seat. We've got 2 outs here in the top of the 7th and a runner on first. And that's going to bring up Rushton. Shows bunt, pulls it back. That one misses for ball 1. Mia Rushton, the freshman outfielder from San Diego, California, slaps that one. Taloa's got it. She's going to throw to first, but Rushton beats it out. Taloa, an absolute wall over there at the hot corner, knocking that ball down. Good job of keeping that one in front of her.
First baseman, Mikkel McHouston.
So the first baseman, Mikkel McHouston, the sophomore, 0 for 3 today, is going to get her ups. 2 outs, 2 on. First pitch to her. That one get her, it did. So that'll load the bases. J.C. Hambrick, unfortunately, plunked McHouston. We're going to have a little talk here. Coach Chelsea Browerman chatting it up with her pitcher. So Hambrick, so far through 2 2/3 of an innings, given up 3 hits, struck out 2, only walked 1. Only 1 earned run given up. trying to get this last out to give her team their last ups and final chance to do something huge here.
Well, it's definitely the runner you want, or the hitter, excuse me, that you want up if you're Weber State with Caitlin Whiting. We already mentioned that home run a few days ago. Definitely has the pop to open up the floodgates here in the top half of the 7th inning. But J.C. Hambrick, again, just trying to shut the door here with only that 1 run allowed thus far.
Well, Hambrick's first pitch to Whiting is missed for ball 1, so count 1-0. Again, McHouston on first, Rushton on second, Kikahuna on third. Whiting is 1 for 2 today. Struck out in the first, single in the third, sac fly in the fourth, and a walk in the sixth. So a good day for Whiting. It's out. Count now goes to 1-1. Whiting, the sophomore right-handed hitter, playing in right field today. That one misses for ball 2. The Wildcats 5 for 13 today with runners in scoring position. We've had 3 extra base hits on the day, a couple of walks. That one misses for ball 3. A hitter's count now, 3-1.
Very dangerous situation for J.C. Hambrick to be in. Again, a very dangerous, powerful bat, and Whiting at the dish. All ducks on the pond. Nowhere to put her here. Down by 5. Again, with the host sisters looming on deck and in the hole. Big pitch coming.
And that one misses, so ball 4 going to walk in a run. Weber State tacks on another. Going to go up 6-0. And again, bases will stay loaded with 2 outs here. I'll bring up Lauren Ho, the sophomore right-handed catcher. Just had herself a nice little day. Going 1 for 3 so far. Single in the first and a sac fly in the third before striking out in the fourth and grounding out in the 6th. So first pitch to Ho. In there for a strike. Good looking pitch there by Hambrick. The Weber State offense so far, 2 runs off 2 hits and 1 error. That one back and fouled. Count now 0-2 with 2 outs. So the 0-2, Hambrick gets her sign, comes set, delivers the warm-up. The pitch, that one missed, struck her out. She's going to go ahead and sit down, and Hambrick gives the Lopes an opportunity. And we're going to see it one more time. Let's see Hambrick right here. She says, Louisiana, Bayou. A good swing and miss. And that's going to sit Ho and bring up GCU's offense as they're going to get their last ups and their last chance here to do something in this game against the Weber State Wildcats. You're going to not want to miss their last at-bat. We'll have it right here for you on GCU TV.
Joel Embiid is unhappy.
Like, really unhappy.
Because the internet keeps using not-so-amazing GIFs to react to his amazing highlights. Mountain Dew presents the Joel Embiid Deserves Better Reactions GIF Collection.
Now I'm so happy.
The temperature scanning kiosk from Pacific Office Automation is an easy-to-use, attendant-free device that quickly checks a person's temperature anytime, anywhere. You can now provide peace of mind at schools and universities. grocery stores, restaurants, nursing homes, medical clinics, sporting events, offices, private gatherings, and more. Look to us to help you reduce the risk and be safe. Visit PacificOffice.com. Pacific Office Automation. Problem solved.
Number 12,
Welcome back inside the GCU Stadium. We've got our very cool cameraman over there working it for us. Big shout out to him. We're back here in the 7th inning. First pitch to Adrian Visine, or Visentine, excuse me. Count quickly 1-1 to Visentine. I got a correction here. That is actually Kaylee Holland who's pitch hitting for Visentine. The senior from Phoenix, Arizona, getting her first ups today.
And you cannot stress enough how important those 2 insurance runs were for Weber State in the top half of the 7th inning against J.C. Hambrick. As Ramirez making quick work of Kaylee Holland again. She has been magnificent all afternoon long, looking to go the distance, looking for a 2-hit shutout. Again, just 2 hits allowed. She's struck out 5 to this point in 6 1/3 innings pitched. She take another look, nabbing the inside corner beautifully there against Holland for out number 1.
Her 5th strikeout of the game. Ramirez firing on all cylinders.
Pinch hitting for GCU, number 7, Isabella Gerke.
And we're going to get a pinch hitter here for GCU. See Isabella Gerke coming up, getting her first at-bats. Ramirez, that pitch, up and away, ball 1.
We saw Isabella get her first taste here last night against Diaz, closing things out for Oregon. 5-3 game runner on first with 2 outs, grounded one softly to first to end that game. So 0 for 1 in her first plate appearance this season, trying to give the Lopes a 1-out base runner, down by 6. And at this point in the game, down by 6. We saw it Thursday night, down by 5. 6-1 deficit in the bottom half of the 8th inning. We're able to come across with 4 runs, putting runners on the corners and 2 outs. So definitely ain't over until it's over for the Lopes offense. Gonna have to take it 1 batter at a time here. Gerke looking to set it up for the top of the order, and Nicoletti on deck. And the Lopes have had their opportunities, leaving 7 runners on base.
2-1 pitch. That one hit by Gerke, but right to Faith Ho.
And trying to pull that outside pitch, got it off the end of the bat. Just flaring that one out to Faith Ho, and the Lopes down to their final out, Dom. Definitely not the performance you expected after going toe-to-toe again with that Oregon Ducks team who absolutely annihilated Weber State and Montana here this weekend. The Lopes being really the only unit so far this weekend who gave them a run for their money, but nonetheless, Weber State mowing down the Lopes offense so far here today, as Mariah Ramirez has been absolutely dominating again through 6 2/3 innings of work, shutting down this Lopes offense. Gianna Nicoletti with one of those 2 hits thus far, with Angelique Aguilar being the other.
Count 0-1 to Nicoletti. She fouled that first one back. The 0-1 pitch, that one outside. Count's going to go to 1-1 with 2 outs. Nicoletti picking up only the 2nd hit of the ball game for the Lopes back in the 5th inning. Hit by a pitch in the 1st. Popped out back in the 3rd. The 1-1 pitch to her misses for ball 2. So 2-1 with 2 outs, nobody on. Lopes still trail the Wildcats 6 runs to nothing. Nicoletti digs in. Ramirez gets the sign. Pitches that one, misses. Count go to 3-1. So a favorable count for Nicoletti. Ramirez set, delivered. That one misses for ball 4, so Nicoletti will have herself a free base. And we'll get a little quick meeting between the battery mates, make sure everything is good. Again, 2 outs, 1 on. Kristen Fifield's going to get her at-bat here. She's 0 for 3 today. Popped out in the first, flew out in the third, and grounded out in the 6th. Making contact. First pitch to her. In there for a strike. Count quickly 0-1. The speedy Nicoletti on first. Ramirez delivers the 0-1 pitch to Fifield. That one in there for strike 2. So 2 quick strikes by Mariah Ramirez, who's trying to wrap up this weekend on a high note for the Wildcats. The pitch. That one slapped foul out of play. Fifield trying to stay alive here. The last of GCU's hopes. And the pitch by Ramirez. That one on the ground. Harmon has it. She's going to flip to McHouston. And that one's not going to be in time. So the hustle by Fifield will give her that base. We got runners at first and third, and it's not over yet, Jack. We're going to take another look at this one.
We get the 2-out walk from Nicoletti as you take another look here. Quick toss over there from the second baseman, Harmon. Still not in time to nab the speedy Fifield. As the Lopes, again, chipping away, looking to pick up at least their first run of the ball game against Ramirez. Ramirez still looking to walk away with that shutout here today. Going to be tough here with Daisy Taloa. Again, looking to get off the schneid here. 0 for 3 last night. 0 for 2 in her first 2 at-bats here today. Was pinch hit for in her last at-bat. Re-entering the game at third base. Going to get another opportunity here to, again, pass the baton to Lily Bishop waiting on deck.
So, count that as a single for Fifield. Only the third of the game for GCU. As that pitch is in there for a strike. Fifield will take second with ease. Again, 2 outs, 2 on. Taloa is up to bat. 0-1 pitch. Misses low and away. Count 1-1 now. The 1-1 pitch. That one. Shot fair. That one's going to go back. 1 run scores. 2 runs will score, and GCU is on the board. So, with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th, Daisy Taloa hits a long single. We'll take another look at that one.
And Daisy Taloa not trying to do too much with her team down by 6. Again, just trying to keep the game alive, taking that outside pitch the other way, spoiling the shutout for Ramirez. She'll look to end things now with Lily Bishop. 6-2 game. Bishop, again, trying to get Kaylee Dietrich to the plate. 1 at-bat for the time here for the Lopes. trying to get the tying run to the plate.
That one fouled off. Count now 0-1. Bishop today 0 for 3, but she reached on an error in the 6th. Bishop, the right-handed hitting senior. Power hitter hitting in the cleanup spot today.
And Savannah Torville would be the tying run if the Lopes can get to her. Have to get through Bishop and Dietrich first. Of course, Savannah Torville with more than enough power to tie this game with one swing of the bat. Trying to spoil this afternoon for Ramirez, who again was 1 out away from a 2-hit shutout here in Phoenix. 2 hits alone here in this 7th inning off the bat of Kristen Fifield and Daisy Taloa. 2 more runs batted in this weekend for Daisy Taloa.
Pitch to Bishop. Did she hold up? They're going to say yes. First base umpire Willie Newman saying that Bishop did hold up, so count now 2-1. And the pitch outside. So a 3-1 count now to Bishop. So with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th, the Lopes got a little life left in them. And the 3-1 pitch by Ramirez. That one swung on and missed. A healthy hack by Bishop. So, full count. Bottom of the 7th. Runner on first. 2 outs. The 3-2 pitch. Bishop slaps that one fair. And we're going to see Taloa hit third. She'll stop there. We got runners on first and third. Jack, don't ever tell me it's over until it's over.
Yeah, that great Yogi Berra quote from years ago. And now the Lopes 1 batter away from bringing the tying run to the plate. As you see here, excellent piece of hitting by Lily Bishop. Again, the Lopes not trying to do too much here offensively with their team down by 4. Taking that one down the first base line out of the outstretched glove of McCuistion. And it looks like Ramirez's day could potentially be over here with Kaylee Dietrich digging in. And Dietrich, of course, 0 for 3, trying to get Savannah Torville to the plate here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Again, 6-2 lead for the Lopes. Runners on the corners now. As Taloa, after picking up that 2-run single moments ago, moved from first to third on the single by Bishop. And we'll see what Weber State wants to do here late in this game.
Well, it looks like they're going to pull Mariah Ramirez, who's had quite the game. She's going to finish with 6 2/3 inning pitched, only giving up 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 of them earned. She walked 3 and struck out 5. So a heck of a day by Maria Ramirez. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll bring you the rest of this inning right here.
Joel Embiid is unhappy.
Like, really unhappy.
Because the internet keeps using not-so-amazing GIFs to react to his amazing highlights. Mountain Dew presents the Joel Embiid Deserves Better Reactions GIF Collection.
Now I'm so happy.
And we've got a new pitcher for Weber State, taking over for Mariah Ramirez. Want to see Amanda Sink, the right-handed pitching freshman out of Las Vegas, Nevada.
And she did a nice job keeping her offense in the game here on Friday afternoon against the Lopes before they were able to break out with 5 runs in that 5th inning on 5 hits against the bullpen, going 4 1/3 innings of work, only allowing 3 earned runs, gave up 6 hits against the Lopes, 2 of which were to this batter, Kaylee Dietrich. And she again looking to keep this game alive for her Lopes offense after again picking up her first home run of the year last night to keep the game alive against the Oregon Ducks. Doesn't have to do too much in this at-bat. Just trying to follow what Taloa and Bishop were able to accomplish. Not doing too much, taking the ball the other way, keeping their offense alive in this one.
So first pitch to Dietrich is a ball inside. So Amanda Sink trying to end this here for Weber State. Kaylee Dietrich trying to extend this game and keep it going. The 1-0 pitch in there for a strike. So 1-1, 2 outs, runners on the corner. First and third. Dietrich, as you mentioned, Jack, had that big home run against number 10 Oregon last night. She's got all the power to do that right here as she pulls that one foul. So 1-2 with 2 outs here, 2 runners on.
Just what you wanted to do if you're Amanda Sink, trying to get ahead of the hitter right off the bat. Ahead 1-2 now as the Lopes down to their final strike. And Sink, of course, looking to make up for those 3 runs on 6 hits from 2 nights ago, trying to salvage this victory for Ramirez, who is excellent in 6 2/3 innings today.
And the 1-2. That one high and outside. So 2, 2, 2, and 2. Yeah, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2 runners on. Dietrich digs in. Sink gets the sign, comes set, the 2-2 pitch. That one popped up, foul. Let's see if they'll get it. They do. So McHouston will nab that one to end the game, and that's how that one is going to go. So, when it's all said and done, Weber State finishes the game with a W, going ahead 6-2 above GCU. And Jack, what did we see in this game that we liked?
Well, obviously for the Lopes, they had their opportunities, just weren't able to connect on any of them, as Mariah Ramirez again shutting them down. 6 2/3 innings of work, 5 hits allowed, only 2 earned runs while striking out 5. As we take a look at the game summary brought to you by Copper State Credit Union. And of course, the Lopes again leaving 9 runners on base at the end of the day. Weber State leaving 13 runners on, but again, they had plenty of opportunities against both J.C. Hambrick and Sydney Sahar late in this one, resulting in 2 huge insurance runs in that top half of the 7th inning, as the Lopes, again, were 1 batter away from bringing the tying run to the plate. You took a look at the line there, 2 errors on both sides, but the Lopes only hitting 200 this afternoon against Ramirez. So at the end of the day, it was Mariah Ramirez with her pitching and her hitting, 2 for 3 at the plate, picking up an RBI single as well, helping herself out, as the Lopes fall in this one to end this GCU kickoff tournament before their road trip to San Diego next weekend.
Well, that's going to do it to wrap up this GCU Kickoff Classic Tournament. I'm your host, Dominic Hinton, alongside Jack O'Hara for all of the GCU TV staff and crew. Thank you so much for tuning in on this beautiful Valentine's Day Sunday. Remember to follow us on GCU TV, catch all the action and live home games. We'll be right back here with softball on February 26th. That's Friday, as the girls take on Portland State. So, have a wonderful, happy Valentine's Day, a good rest of your weekend, happy Sunday, and as always, go Lopes.